Alright, are we on? Yes, we're on. So, hi, my sweets. Yeah, forgive me. I'm trying to fix the camera and look at my vein self in the meantime. Yeah, see, y'all know it's rock my own nails, but some of them broke. Don't worry, they can grow back. Yeah, they broke because they got to do house chores and things like that, even though I use gloves at home. But I ain't come to be vain today and talk about all of that. Even though I fix it myself. Trying, I hate when the camera looks like it's watching me from. Right, yeah, forgive me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Um, we haven't chatted in a while. I only got 10 minutes. I'm here in my y'all know this has become my favorite lunchtime hangout spot, the back of my car, because it's all part of taking care of your mental health. I think that when you're on your lunch break, at least for me, this is my policy. I don't like to socialize when I'm on my lunch break from work. I like to uh, if you want to call it antisocial. I like to be antisocial for an hour and just come away from people and just eat and chill. And even if I don't eat in the car, I just like to chill by myself, quietly. So I'm at my favorite hangout spot when I'm working because I'm on lunch. Um, how the thing looks so man. Anyway, y'all gonna get it how y'all get it. Like I said, it's the you see, when I try to turn the thing, it's messing with the light and the backlight, and as you know, my car back open. Anyway, 1 minute is gone, and I only got like about 10 minutes now. What I want to talk about today. Today's Monday, by the way. For those of you who gonna see this whenever y'all see it, when y'all see this video, it will be night. It will be evening or night. I'm trying to fix myself so I don't look so out of sorts. Right. So whenever you see it, it's going to be evening because I'm recording it during the day, but I'm not going to have the time to upload and do all of that until later. It's Monday. Yesterday, and I think did it start the day before or it was yesterday? Exactly yesterday. We saw an article from Kaitro News. Everybody saw that. By now, I'm hoping the world saw it. If you didn't see what I'm talking, if you don't know what I'm talking about and you haven't seen it, go just type in single tennis roll Guyana, especially if you're not living in Guyana, and the whole article comes up. And this journalist, I mean, we know her name because she's tagged in the article and so on. Um, I don't know her personally, but she has done an amazing job of highlighting what the reality really is on the ground here. And I want to talk to people today. Spend less. Spend less. If you don't have to, spend less. Because it is heart wrenching. Oh gosh, this guy with the weed walker starting up now. Anyway, I know y'all can still hear me clearly. It is heart wrenching to pick up an article, a local newspaper, okay, it's a Culture News article, and to read that is the situation in the oil and gas economy, world's fastest growing economy, mind you, where people got to be buying one tennis roll, one single tennis roll. And this is to emphasize for those of you who have not seen the article, and I'm asking you to go find it, Google it, read it. One single tennis roll, understand that. I can recall, and this obviously would have been in the late 80s, early 90s, because I was born in 1983. But I know about going and buy, y'all know my maths always off. What it was, 2 ounces of cheese, an ounce of butter, whatnot, whatnot. For me, those things shaped me and so many persons because it taught us lessons that life can get tough. And when life gets tough, you know already how to mambo because you would have experienced certain things. And I'm telling you, life gonna get real tough in Guyana, even though we're this oil and gas fastest growing economy in the world. Understand, folks, in 2026, and this is why I decided to talk about this for a bit today. And I'm watching, as usual, y'all know me, I gotta watch the time when I'm doing these things. Understand, in 2026, in Guyana's booming oil and gas economy, people got to go to the shop to buy a teaspoon of butter or one single tennis roll. Understand? I'm not talking about a bag of tennis roll. I'm talking about taking one tennis roll out of the bag. That's why I'm urging you go read the article. My favorite thing about this article, my absolute favorite thing about this article, is that the government lackeys. And again, oh yes, I forgot to remind you all in the beginning. If you're a lackey, a PPP lackey, a government lackey, or you can't accept the truth, scroll past, move on, because you can get deleted and blocked, right? What I was saying, I love about the article that it did not portray it as though this is an isolated case. The journalist went to so many communities. She spoke to people from different communities, different regions. So the government lackeys, them can't come and say, oh, they got poverty all over the world and there's one isolated case. This is not an isolated case. Guyanese have become masterful deceivers. We can turn on a camera and make anything look glamorous and shiny. The government does it. They taught us to do it very well. So some people look at the supposed lives that some of us in Guyana live, and it's like, oh, she dressing, she changing clothes, she changing her style, she doing the most, she doing the Guyana good, we good in Guyana. But we're not saying that every single person in Guyana is poor and every single person in Guyana is struggling. That's not what we're saying. You know why? Because we know the PPP folks ain't struggling. The friends and the families ain't struggling. The people who get in the big jobs and the big money ain't struggling. So we know for a fact. But the bottom line is this is a general struggle because we have a lot of poor people in this country. And you think them people out, okay? But coming back to really what I really want to talk to us about. Spend less. If you don't have to have it, if it's not a necessity, do not buy it. You got to learn to what the foreparents, the elders used to tell us, cut and contrive, learn to cut and contrive. Let me tell y'all something. One of the things I'm proud of, and this is self-praise, is no recommendation, but sometimes we got pump our own chest and put our own qualities out there because for me, I'm very proud. I could tell y'all I'm proud of the upbringing I've had. I have been all my life, I have been a very contented person. I want nothing that no one has. No one has anything that I want or need. I'm always contented with what my mother, whatever close family can provide for me or what I can provide for myself. And mostly this has been my mother and my grandmother. Well, both of them have passed on, but both maternal and fraternal grandmothers. I have never wanted anything, and I am so grateful for that type of upbringing that I have because I am so contented. I am a girl of simple means. It doesn't take much to make me happy and make me get excited. I'm excited about life because so many tragic things happen. I don't expect people to be like me, but I'm urging you. I want to urge you: spend less. If you don't need it, don't buy it. Now, every time you're going out, you got to get a new outfit. You can buy a two-piece suit, even work. Yeah, get a new work outfit every month. You change your jacket, you change your skirts, you change your pants. You interchange, you mix and you mingle, even your shoes. Care them, take care of them. When you wear them, and we can come down, put them down, go get back to who used to the old school, wipe off, clean off, shine up, brush up. I know a lot of you still do that, but I'm urging you to do it. Stop squandering, stop wasting. Because I'm telling y'all, and Forward Guyana Movement keeps telling y'all, and the leader of Forward Guyana Movement keep telling y'all, nobody coming to save us, and a struggle will come. Especially with the kind of lifestyles that our government has in terms of their own living and their whole attitude toward Guyanese. It hurts me to the core when you got to pick up the newspaper, look at an article, click on a link to see that in 2026, in this booming oil and gas economy, people buying one tennis roll. I want y'all to go and look at the article and read it. And that's why I said, let me come and talk to our people. Spend less. What is important? Food, clothing, and shelter. We already talked about the clothing. You could minimize. You could mix and match. Don't try to live up with the Joneses. Now, every time you're going out, you got for me saying don't go out. And every time you're going out, you got to get a new outfit. Why? Who says so? You see me? When I get ready, depending on the style and the fashion, church clothes, I mix it up to work. Church and work does interchange and rotate depending on what the style is. Of course, your formal clothing you can't wear to work or well church, depending on how formal you get. Spend on what you need, on what your children need. Food, they got to eat. Because if their stomach ain't full, they're going to learn when they go and sit down in the classrooms. They will not learn. You can't learn on empty stomach and you can't work on empty stomach. And you have to learn to become educated. Because look, the one some of we who educated can get work in this place easily. Certain jobs. So much as if you don't have the education, get educated. So you got to ensure that you feed them so that they can learn when they go to school, and you got to ensure that you feed yourself so that you can continue to work and to provide for them. Yeah, see how the I don't know why. I guess it's how I'm sitting on all the clouds and the sun going, the shade going in and out. Spend on what you need. This government don't care. No matter the more we talk, the more pompous and arrogant Irfan is. And I got to go at he because he's the head. He is the head. This is the head of state. So we got to talk to he. Watching my time. I got like about 5 more minutes to talk to y'all. And I can't take the whole 5 minutes to talk to y'all. Spend on what you need, not on what you want. And where are we? We're in the month of May. We got independence activities coming up. I'm not saying don't take part in independence activities. That's 60th. That's big. But you see, when they bring these artists and the big jump up, boogie down, rum drinking activities and whatnot, stay in your home. Why you got to go? Stop putting money back into the PPP government that is taking money from us. You understand what I'm saying? Huh? Don't give them back no money, because when you go to their activities and you spend at their activities, you're giving them back the money that they that well. Don't even let me go there. Buy and spend on what you need. Food, clothing to some extent. But we need clothing. And when I say to some extent, I don't mean that we don't need clothing. But you get where I'm coming from. You don't need a new outfit every time you got to go out. Shelter, make sure your rent pay, make sure your mortgage pay. If you just drive, and this thing where people feel that because you're driving, you're well to do. Driving in this country is a necessity. And another time we're going to talk about that because I don't have the time now. So make sure your food intact, your clothes, your rent or your mortgage, your light bill, your water bill, them things is where you have to spend on. Find little ways that you can entertain yourself. Me, I know young people like entertainment, but find ways, get creative, find ways that you can entertain yourself, spend less. You entertain yourself at home. People like someone like, oh, you always home. You know what? Somebody I saw on the internet said it. I am enjoying at home, enjoying the bills that I pay. Because clearly this government don't give a damn what happened to the working class and poor people. They live in lavish, they live in large, they outside. So my stress today is spend less. That article is heartbreaking. And I wish that by the time some of you see this video and you have not read that article, take it, share it, send it all over the world, let people see what we're dealing with. How much of a caring government we got. And what we at? 94 days? If you have noticed, Forward Guyana Movement is the only party that's doing a countdown for it. And I'm so proud of Forward Guyana Movement. I'm so proud of us. We're reminding y'all that Parliament has not met in 94 days. Go back and watch that program moving forward. The program that Randy, myself, and Member of Parliament Amanda Walton did last evening. This is Sunday evening. Go and watch the program. And hear Amanda Walton break it down. Member of Parliament Amanda Walton break it down. This is what we live in. I've gone on for like about a little or more than 13 minutes. I trust that this message reaches people who it need to reach. Again, the PPP lackeys and the people who bent on supporting them regardless of what they don't come in. Oh, one other thing I want to address before I come off. You see y'all who, what is call them? What y'all calling them? What the PNC calling them? Defactors. I need to say this. Most people know how I feel about so-called defactors. For me, it is your democratic right, boo. Boo-boo, it's your democratic right to get up this morning, tomorrow morning, realize that you want to support the political party that you're currently supporting and you want to jump ship. But here was the problem with you. When you're done, they're out there for months and for years telling the people, oh, we got to get the PPP out and they're this and they're that and they're squandering the money and the thief in the money. You now wake up like Rip Van Winkle. All of a sudden, you know the PPP is good and righteous. And this is why I said the other day, I'm so scared because I don't know who our freedom fighters are in this country anymore. You tell me like I'm gonna sleep, somebody gonna jump up and jump ship and go into the PP. It's your right to go, but I am saying initially, in the first place, don't come out and pretend that you got the guy in his best interest at heart. Because from you're gonna jump and go over to the PPP and all of a sudden become a member and all of a sudden the PPP is good and righteous, you are never for the people. Because the PPP is not for the people of Ghana. The PPP is not for this country. The PPP is for themselves, their friends and their families who can spend and live lavish. And let me tell you something. You see, the day when the PPP come out of power, then we gonna know all who own what. Y'all feel y'all know who who own this and who own that. When they come out of power, then we can really see how much of Guyana they really own. Because this is what they're doing. They're raping our country right before our very eyes. And some of y'all sit down and allowing it. And that's why I say, when y'all see these people out there, stop smiling and getting excited and jumping up. Who are they? Hmm? Hmm? I could tell you, our member of parliament and the leader of Forward Ghana movement and I went to an activity recently, and we were so uncomfortable because one of the officials were there. And you know why we were uncomfortable? Because she's not a hypocrite and I am not a hypocrite either. We don't want to be caught smiling, but at the same time, we have to be professional and maintain a level of decorum when we're in the public. So you can't come right out and snub them. But both her and I were so uncomfortable because we're not hypocrites and we know these people are not good. This is where we at. This is how we are committed to the freedom of Guyanese people. Because we free right now, we in prison. But I gotta go. I have to go. Thank you all for listening. As always, again, go pull up that Moving Forward Guyana program that was done. What I'm gonna do after I share this video, I'm gonna try to share this video this evening as a reel, and after then I'll reshare that and follow Forward Guyana Movement. The page is Amanda Walton Desir MP. Follow that page for all of the updates and all of the news and so on and everything that we're doing. All right, so I have to definitely gotta cut this video now. I gotta run. Thank you so much for listening as usual. Y'all forgive me. Every time when I come here, y'all see I sweating or I look a certain how. Y'all just forgive me. It is what it is. But I gotta go again. Happy Monday. Be safe. Have a great week and stay hold a focus. Hold a focus. Hold a focus. The mentally enslaving some of y'all learning, but when we finish, you're gonna learn, right? So I gotta go. Love you guys as usual, and be good. Bye bye.